Hey, what's up, you guys? OMPS here with the Olds Test Intermediate beaten by actually someone I know quite well. He was in Forger of the Year, beaten by a deck of cards. So he beat the map extremely efficiently. He only died a few times. So we're just gonna go ahead and watch it. I just find it ridiculous just how well he does, and I can't believe someone actually beat this map without like the checkpoints or anything. And he beat it pretty close to legit. Like one of the puzzles, he did it a certain way I've never seen done before, which is actually a lot easier than the real way. I'm just fast forwarding through all this because he screws up. So because this is where because he goes over here, then he falls, and then he misses, and he has to go all the way back up here and start from scratch. So pretty much, because this is when he makes it this time. So pretty much he doesn't completely go by the rules, but it's not like, you know, he could have known. I mean, a puzzle map is meant to be interpreted multiple ways. So I'll let you know when he gets to that part, because he's still quite far away from there. So you have to go through all of this kind of jumping thing, and this is normally what weeds out most people, is this little section right here. If you can't, it takes a lot of skill to like learn how to actually do this one little part right here. You're actually supposed to land on top of that. You're not supposed to actually use it as a slide, because then it'll undershoot you every time. This part's kind of tricky. He does cheat a little bit here, because there's a slide that he's supposed to go down, but that part's actually not that hard. Well, at least not for me. I had a lot of people complain about that. And then this part's really tough. Not this jump, the next jump, because it's once you land on it, you slide a little bit. So you have to get it just angled right. So when you slide along the prop. Come down here, and this is the first part of the puzzle. You have to jump over that, and then because if you push it forward, there's this little thing right there that will stop the ball, and it's kind of confusing to learn, but once you get a hang of it, it's pretty easy. Next part is pretty tough. You have to switch out your thing while you're flying, and then use it to catch yourself. Then you have to do this all the way down the whole entire map. So click there, catch yourself, go down here, then catch yourself again, and then you have to go over here and land on this section. Now goes over here, then you have to do it there, then you have to run up this pole real quick and then jump before you slide back down. Now this part's tricky. He makes it look easy, but that's because he's just that skilled. This part, every time you land on one of these barricades, the barricades start to fall off. So you only have like a limited time, about 2 to 3 seconds before you have to jump to the next prop before the prop starts to fall off, or actually gets unbalanced to the point where you fall off. This part's pretty tricky. This is a driving section. He does very well in the driving section. I'll give him credit. He's got a lot of skills. I'll give him that much. You know, there's this basic part. I had this on Olds Test Easy, but there's a teleporter to catch you, because this would have been insanely hard on Olds Test Easy. That's why I put it in Olds Test Intermediate, to where if you fall off, you die. It's just that simple. There's a teleporter here, so you can't go out here if you're a human. So there's no cheating that way. And pretty much, I used to have a checkpoint in this map, and then I found out that I made the map way too easy, so I took it out, and it definitely made it a challenge for everybody. But so far, he's the only person who's actually completed this map completely without cheating. And then you got this section right here, which is a small little section. You have to be fast because you've only got 10 seconds. You gotta come over here, then you go over here, and then you have to curve up, and you have to just barely make it out. Not as easy as it looks. And this part's kind of tricky because there's one side's invisible and the other side's not. So you have to be careful about that. Then you go over here, then gotta come through here. And he makes this part so much harder than it really is. This part, all you have to do is just drive as fast as possible and you'll make it over. But he like tries to meander back and forth, and then he almost kills himself. So this next part's he's starting to get scared a little bit. So he wants to jump off that way. He gets over here, and then climbs up this thing. I find the left side's easier on this part, but he takes the right side for some reason. So I mean, let him do what he wishes. He survives it, doesn't he? Comes up here, and then he's gonna jump onto this thing, and he's gonna get to one of my more innovative traps I've ever created. It's pretty neat. I like it a lot. It gets rid of your whatchamacallit, your armor ability, and you have to trade it out there and then use it, because you can't just jump across because you'll get killed by that point. So you have to wait till the kill ball's right there. You have to jump to the kill ball, then grab it, drop the shield, let it come up, hit, and then run off. just that simple. I mean, he makes it look easy. This one, I do admit I hijacked from somebody else, but it's still really fun. It's definitely a tricky jump, because you have to use the golf ball just enough for the right balance, because you can't make that jump otherwise. Now, this part's the puzzle section. There's 2 puzzle sections. So he jumps up here, and he goes across here, then he gets up this thing, and then you go into here, and then you have to shoot these guys before you get over the jump. And then you come over here, and then here's where you start to do something weird. Originally, you're supposed to go ahead and get into a warthog, and then drive yourself up the map, because you'll have a teleporter that'll teleport you inside the map. But I guess this works too, because I mean it's just as challenging. You just have to use a warthog to get the golf ball to come up here. So you come down here and you use that golf ball to get up here, which is actually a little bit of an interesting jump, because if you touch the ground, you'll get teleported. And then you have to bring this golf ball over here, and then push it up, which is pretty easy. But you have to have a quick reaction on this, because this could ruin the whole map, and you have to restart all over if you screw this part up. He's having, I forgot, he has a little trouble over here. So pretty much this part, not as easy as it looks. Once you get it up here, you have to get it to go over the jump, the little bump right here, which is not that easy. And then you have to hurry up and make sure the ball doesn't roll into that hole, because if it does, it's over. You have to get that golf ball to go right in that teleporter, and then you can go through this teleporter without it teleporting you anywhere else. Now here's the final section to the maze, which I know a lot of people hate these, and that's exactly why I included it inside of my map. It's pretty much a confusing jumping map inside of my, like a box, where everything's kind of diagonal. Now I fast forward for the first section because he does screw up and he falls down. And he actually like gets kind of close to dying, which I guess would scare the living crap out of me. So he was doing pretty good, and then he screws up right here, then he comes back up. And here's how he like legit does it the second time. So he comes up here, goes over here, jumps, and misses. I forgot about that part. Probably should have fast forwarded it. Jump, jump, and then he makes it this time. I hope. Yeah, the jump's not that hard. I don't know why he has that much trouble. And you come up here, then you have to go over here, then you use that to get up. I don't know, it's pretty basic, but I'm glad someone beat it. So, if you're watching this right now, deck of cards, go ahead and send me a message what you want your prize to be. I'll pretty much do most likely whatever you really care about. I mean, I don't really mind anything. And then he goes over here, and I think he gets lost because he starts to go down here, and that's not really the way you're supposed to go. So I think he does the math over here, like, oh wait, can you? Oh yeah, you can walk up this. And then you pretty much go over this section, and then you go over here. You have to go through this little last jumping course, where you jump onto this thing, and jump over here. And look at that. Candyman up to the thing over here, the skull where he beat it. So go ahead and send me a message what you want your reward to be. Oh yeah, and see, showing that really does happen once you shoot it. The crates fall. I guess it's a good way to screw with your friends if you really want them to lose. I guess he missed. There we go. And then he hits the Candyman, and then he's
Ball taken.
got it.
Game over.
This is Olympia. Sign up or subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.